Hi there, Scorpio. How are you feeling today? Welcome to your reading. And today we're looking at relationships. So, relationship tensions, anything that is impacting an important relationship in your life right now. And it's timeless, this message. So, whenever you come to the message and it resonates, and for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node, or if you've got strong Scorpio placement in your chart, this one might also affect your eighth house energy if you are aware of your birth chart, because we're looking at this energy, the Scorpio energy, eighth house energy. So let's have a look and see what spirit want to bring forward for you today. We have this could be for any relationship. So it could be for a romantic partnership, it could be for a business partnership, could be for a family relationship. Just as I'm shuffling, I'm feeling these are your cards, so I've pulled those out. This is for your person. I was going to do this in a different way, but spirit, there we go. I don't usually do it like this. Something might be hidden, or you might have to uncover something together. Fourth house, home. Something impacting the fourth house. It's this one here. Scorpio, investigate, and Mercury, messages. Okay, so it is eighth house energy is impacting you as well. So there could be something going on there. There's something in the home environment, something that's impacting your home environment, and it could be that you share a home together, or the situation with this person, or the kind of tension in this relationship is impacting you in the home in some way. Or it could be something about home. We've got Chiron, heal, and dignified strength. So you are on a big healing journey right now. A big healing journey. You might have Chiron in your fourth or eighth house. As well. Let's have a look at them. Capricorn, achieve, and Virgo, digest. This person is very grounded. It's somebody who is perhaps being quite stubborn. And maybe not being very open, and they could be quite disconnected from emotion. Let's have a look at what's been happening in the connection. What's been happening in the connection? What has gone awry, or what's caused the tension? This feels very emotional. We've got strength, the moon. Wow. Two major arcana. It's definitely to do with emotion, expression of emotion, and how somebody or both of you are dealing with emotion. Yeah, there's a defensive energy. Emotionally defensive is what's happening. So it means that that's what's causing the tension in the connection. I feel like there's impulsiveness going on especially when it comes to words and communication. I feel like there's an impulsiveness that isn't necessarily true, but it's somebody reacting from an emotional place, and that's what's caused tension. And if you can't pinpoint exactly what's wrong or what's happened between you both, that's what's happened. It's like there's just been emotional triggers that have been dealt with in a very undefined way. This person feel like it's affecting, this person might have like a digestive, something going on with their digestive system, or it could be their stress impacts their digestive system. There is a defensive energy. There's two different defensive energies here. This is why I'm pausing. Your defensive energy is very strong. You've got strong boundaries, and their defensive energy is a little bit in emotional denial. But between both of you, what that looks like, sorry, you're getting the reflection there. Between both of you, what that looks like is communication that isn't grounded, and that isn't somebody feels emotionally unsafe, and it's not because of the other person, it's because they're of the communication. And the Scorpio energy is all about going deep, like no taboo, go deep as nothing is off the table. There's a deep compassion with Scorpio energy, and I feel that's what needs to be embraced. And people can be defensive of, you know, and protective of their history without being without blocking somebody else out. But I feel that's the nuance that hasn't kind of come up yet. So this is for you. Oh, we've got the Sun and Page of Swords for you. And what else for you? What's happening for you? You've had a big realization, and it's to do with this healing journey where you would have before seen something as an illusion or not quite sure. You've had a big breakthrough in your own journey. You've had a big breakthrough, and now you are you're able to release, you're able to feel closer to yourself, you're able to feel the sun on your face again. That really strong, and it's to do with this healing. What was being healed here? Oh, oh wow, okay. Ace of Wands, Ten of Wands, the Fool, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Page of Wands. You took on way too much, and it burnt you out. I feel like you stepped away from doing things the way that you wanted to do them. There was some self-sacrificing going on. But you realize now that you don't have to take on all of the burdens for other people. This Fool feels different because this feels like now energy. The Ace, like this Ace of Wands, this passion energy. Ace of Pentacles, something like new starts, new beginnings. There's a lot of new beginnings here, where you would have done something different in the past, and what you're learning to move through is perhaps the courage, with the strength energy that's for both of you here, that's in the connection, the courage to embrace new opportunities as they come through, or to handle them differently. But it's like you're finding your stride in something, and you're no longer doing things the way that other people are doing them. You're doing them the way that you want to do them. It doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong. It's just you. It's like you now feel that you have the free will and the control to do what you want, even if it falls flat on its face. You did that, and that is actually liberating, to know that you can make the decisions somehow. But you're in massive strength here, and you are bringing strength into the connection, and this person is bringing emotion into the connection, but they're not blending somehow. But this Fool, you're healing the ability for this new start. You're letting all of the past go and ready for a fresh new journey. What about this person? What's happening for this person? For the other person in this connection? What's happening for the other person in this connection? Knight of Cups. What's happening for this other person? So this is a romance energy. It doesn't have to be romance in terms of your connection. It might be. It doesn't have to be. Okay. Seven of Swords, Six of Swords. Massive head energy. Overthinking energy. That's with this Mercury. Okay. This person has been really in their heads about something that has had to do with a romantic connection. And they're like, it's almost like they're fed up of it now, the being in their head, and they're ready to take a deep dive into emotion, and they're ready to express love, or what they love, or to somebody that they love. And actually that's going to release this Emperor energy. they're going to have deeper, more profound connections by expressing emotion, but they're not expressing emotion at the moment, and that's what's impacting the home environment, or the security, or their feeling of identity, or self-identity, a rooting, like self-rooting, but it's impacting the home somehow. So they need to embrace their emotions, or take a deep dive into their emotional state. I mean, we've got opposition going on here as well with the sun and the moon, which is beautiful but can feel like tension. It feels like it just needs a conversation for the energy to shift. This person is craving emotional connection, and I feel that that's where, but they're shutting down. They don't know how to communicate that, and it could be that they don't quite feel strong enough. Let's see what's beneath the surface for this person. Influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. This person feels very much in, I mean, we've got the Emperor energy. They feel very much in the masculine. So it's all about doing, not being, but like in the ego masculine. And it's not necessarily male, but that's the energy. It's like the doer, and the ego, the male ego of, I can't cry. I don't have emotions. I have to be strong. And this person is like, they're being influenced by bad conditioning, maybe what they're seeing on social media, maybe books they've read, but that's stopping them. That idea is stopping them from actually moving forward. Do you know, if this resonates, there's this wonderful researcher called Brené Brown. You might have heard of her. She does some incredible research on this, and she's got a couple of books that are really wonderful for this, to break this. And she's helped a lot of people with this problem, or with this challenge, or with this blocker. I just, if that resonates, obviously don't worry if that's not the case here, but it's whether male or female, this is an amazing research to read. Like male female ego energy, we're talking about just the energy here, and that's what's influencing this person. But it's like they have memories of being younger, and not having to worry about worrying, not having to worry about what their head was telling them. And it's like they're craving that right now. Yeah, silence, frozen, no words, stone wall. Exactly. They're shut down because they don't know how to express emotion. That's what's getting in the way at the moment. What about you? What's happening underneath the surface for you? Here we go. Pride, arrogance, ego, stubborn. I feel like this person is seeing you, because you're going through a real element of strength. This person is seeing you in and your confidence is building. So this person is seeing you in a very stubborn, potentially arrogant way, even though you're not, even if that's not the case. And that's what's making them shut down. Well, that's what they think is making them shut down, but actually what is making them shut down is their own stubbornness, and not take it, but they don't see that it's stubbornness. And it's like you are proud of yourself for actually what you've come through. You should be proud of yourself for what you've been through and what you've come through, and because it's been massive. Okay, you've with this healing, you've broken ancestral patterns here. We've got curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind. You've broken negative patterns. It's ancestral, and you should be really proud of yourself. But this person is seeing seeing it in a way that's a disconnect, because they aren't familiar with your expression of emotion, or your ability to process emotion. What you could be, it could be that there's a stubbornness happening with you, because you feel so passionate, because we've got a lot of passion here as well, and a lot of like fire, so passionate about the journey that you're on, and about being strong and about going into, you know, expressing emotion or having this investigate energy. Sorry. It could be that that's too strong for this person. They need perhaps a gentler touch. Distracted, sidetrack, change, delays. So it's the whatever is distracting you from this conversation is the it's like the last thing that needs healing before you go on this journey. That's why spirit had this separate. Okay, so the last thing that for you in this, for this healing journey, is actually this person. It's how you deal with this situation, because the healing, it's like the ability to communicate that to another is the last step in your healing, and then you go on this new pathway. I wondered why that was separate. Okay, here we go. Let's have a little look at the kind of finer energies that's influencing you. Yeah, we've got idealism. So the idealism is causing the stubbornness. So it's like you've had this profound realization of, oh my God, this is actually how it works, and you've had this big like epiphany, but this person can't jump that far that quickly, and it just needs your explanation, or your just the honest communication of your experience and what you've been through, that this person then understands and can, and it opens up a world for them as well that they didn't think was possible, and also their own healing journey that somebody went through. And we've got idealism, 11th house, sun in Aquarius. But this idealism can be very very positive and inspiring, but it can also be so far out of reach it feels like stubbornness. And I think that's what's happening. And you've got exhalation and ostentation. Both second house energy, interestingly, so both Taurus energy. And we've got Saturn and the moon here. There's like a subconscious healing that's going on, a very deep subconscious healing that's going on with you. And I feel like it's important for that last part of the cycle to come out. We're going to have a look at what's in the middle of this connection as well, because there's something that's blocking you both from communicating. What is the block? We've got authority, Capricorn energy. I think this is I really feel this is you both not wanting to be vulnerable or appear vulnerable. 10th house energy, yeah. You don't want to appear vulnerable. Neither of you want to appear vulnerable. You both want to appear like everything is okay, but actually it's important for you to talk about the fact that you feel like everything isn't okay sometimes. What about this person? What's happening for this person? Oops. Okay. We've got, yeah, convention. This person wants to follow convention. They don't want to appear like they're doing anything different. It's like the keeping up with the Joneses type of energy. And we've got fourth house birth here. This person is actually on the verge of doing something very new themselves, but they might not realize it. Like emotionally, they crave independence, but they don't want detachment with this energy here. There could be a birth that's impacted. They could want family. They could want this could be about family. This could be about children, but this is about birthing something and creating something and doing something new in your rooting. This is fourth house energy here. And we've got enterprise. I do feel like this person, and this is Jupiter in Aries, this person wants to expand, break out. This person wants to break out, and you've already broken out, and it's almost like it threatens their ego. This person, it's not about you or something, or not respecting your journey. They just don't know how to break out of their own thing. Let's look at the spiritual journey here for you both. What's happening on a spiritual journey? But there is, like, both of you are subconsciously very worried about being emotionally vulnerable, because you feel it makes you, perhaps you make it makes you feel like you're weak. That's the perception, and that's the belief, that's the subconscious belief. Oh, nice. We've got the Emperor for you. Where did we have the Emperor come up here? And what about for them? And what about the connection? What about the connection? This one. Oh, this is actually, it's very beautiful energy. I know that it feels tense right now, and it feels like there's because you're both in a very emotional place, and it's because this is affecting emotions. The disconnect feels very it can feel very painful, and it feels very unknown, and it's very easy to give into impulsive decisions, like, okay, if you're not going to talk to me, then I'm just going to leave. There's like this impulsiveness that's happening between you. But take away that, because go deeper. That's a really shallow part of the ego. If you go deeper, you actually, there's a synergy happening between you where you can really help each other be strong, express, understand, create a safe space for each other emotionally to talk and to explore. And that is incredibly special. It's one of the kindest things we can do for somebody, to hold a non-judgmental safe space. For you, your pathway is leadership. It's leadership, initiative, authority, and leadership. So this is about taking action. This is about starting something new. This is about being a wise leader. This is also about being this is about being a leader in the earth plane. So this is like this could be parent, with birth coming in for the relationship, depending on the nature of the relationship. But this could be like a guardianship. This is strategic movement forward. This is about being through a whole bunch of things, having gained a whole load of wisdom, and now you're able to take this journey with that wisdom, because you're on the 15th path here, the Emperor path. That's your spiritual journey right now, that's important for you to know. And we've got the 32nd path, the world universe, independence, facing fears, and self-discipline. This person's fear is the fact that they feel that their emotions are debilitating. The emotions aren't debilitating. The emotion is the experience of an energy. It's not what is actually truth. And this person is going through an experience to realize that actually it doesn't matter what everybody else thinks of them. And we've got between you both the Hierophant, loyalty, kindness, and guidance. Taurus energy coming between you both here. This is, and you've got Taurus, actually you've got a lot of second house Taurus energy here. The Hierophant is spiritual teaching, it's spiritual guidance, it's spiritual pathway. It could be marriage as well, could be or long-term commitment, committing to something, being devoted to something. This is about devotion. I do feel this is the safe space to express for you both. It's like you create your own church for each other, or your own religious. So this is not about religion, but this is what should be a safe space to go on your journey as a human, as a spirit, as a being. You create that space for each other. and which you can't find anywhere else. And for healing for you, we've got king tide, plenty, prosperity, receiving the fullness of life. And I feel that that's very tied into this energy here, because you're going through something where you've released so much. You're now on you're now on prosperity side. You're feeling like there is opportunity, that there is positivity, because this healing journey was very long. And it took a lot. It's almost like it took a lot out of you. There is such a depth of kindness and compassion between you both. And we've got plunge. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. This is dive into the emotion. This is this energy, that because they need to embrace this, but this is the gift that you bring, and you need to embrace the strength, this energy, which is the gift that they bring. There's such a beautiful synergy between you both, but it probably feels like resistance, tension, stubbornness, um, and it feels wrong because you're screaming to not do it because it's the thing you need to do, both of you. That makes sense. Okay, let's look at way forward. What's the way forward here? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, the way forward is look at what's actually in reality. Look at what's in reality. Look at how far you've come. Look at what you've been through. Look at what's possible. Look at what needs to be nurtured, what needs to be protected, what needs to be looked after, what needs to be honored. That's what the focus should be. Earthing energy, a lot of earthing energy, which this person has very strongly, because your spiritual journey here is the Emperor, and they have the Emperor here. um yeah. Okay, what's happening for you next? What's pathways opening up for you? Ooh, yeah. Okay, we have, so what's opening up for you next is this Hanged Man energy. So you're in this suspense at the moment, um with with this connection. It's like you've had this epiphany, which is the Hanged Man. You've already had this enlightenment, this idea, this this glow come in for you. You've already experienced that, but you're still not moving, and that's because there needs to be a a breakdown of your own barriers, and this person needs to break down their own barriers. It's like letting the walls down and then trusting each other that you're not going to hurt each other, or you're not going to do anything on purpose to hurt each other. But you already have this trust, but because things feel so fragile and sensitive, on an emotional level, it's making you shut everybody out, both of you. So we've got the Hanged Man, but this is waiting for the right timing. And then we've got the World. So interestingly, we are just about to finish this journey. I do feel this is the last thing on this particular healing pathway for you to finish, because we've then got the World. Because this really did feel like a separate energy. We've got the World, and then we're back to the Fall. So this is the major arcana energy. This is the completion, the total completion of a cycle, and then starting a new cycle. So that's what's next on your pathway. Very strong energy coming up for both of you. Very life-shifting energy. And we've got the Five of Swords. Stay out of your head. Stay out of overthinking. And don't worry about sharp words. Just try and see those with compassion. It's almost like, because when somebody says something that's really sharp and it's like, oh my God, I can't believe they just said that to me. That really hurt. But try saying it. Try reflecting it back and saying, what you just said was this. Is that what you meant? So you push it back, so you don't absorb all of this. You push it back. This is part of your newfound or your like uplifted sense of boundary, and this is the right boundary, but not shutting out boundary. This is the kind of what you're treading at the moment. What about this person? What's happening for this person? What's up next? This person wants happy family. That's what they want. That's what they're aiming for. Oh, okay. So interesting. Well, this person, they want harmony and to embrace connection. They're just scared of it right now, but they'll get there. We've got the Knight of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. This person wants emotional connection. That's what they're craving, and that's what they'll get to if they want it. If they are open to having this emotional depth of conversation, this is where they'll get to. It's like, and it's very beautiful energy. Like, you've both got such strong energy. But it's time for them to dive in. Okay, let's get some advice for you, Vera, as you, just to help resolve any tension in this connection. What else do we need to know? Last words of wisdom for the viewer, please, Spirit. Mouse spirit, tend to the small things. Everything's in the detail. Everything's in the detail. It's like take care of the details and everything else takes care of themselves, and the big things take care of themselves. Where were we? Yeah. Sandpiper spirit, be playful. So because even though this might feel emotionally heavy, it doesn't mean that it needs to be serious. So perhaps use your humor, use that to break down anything that feels like it's in this kind of this fixed state. Break that down through humor, because it needs to be broken down, and it needs something that will lighten it up. And you've got such a good vision of this as well. And you're in a good place for that. I feel like you're in a better place for that than this person right now, to dissolve the tension. Oops. And Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. So between you both, there's nothing that you can't face and get through. So let's have a look at, just finally, at if this person was here and they could hear the messages and they could hear this reading, what advice would Spirit want for them? Just so that we can put that out into the universe for them too. What advice would be best for them right now? Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. Yeah, this person definitely needs to open up too. You both need to open up in different ways, but being open with the safety of each other. Because it feels like there's a lot of history. You've been through a lot, and it feels like this situation doesn't make sense. Like, this person was always the person that you'd go to, and now all of a sudden you're not going to each other. Koi fish spirit, there is always enough. We've got plenty for you here as well. There is always enough. So this person would be, the advice for them would be just to be open and don't worry, don't be in fear. I want to get one more for them. Oops. Clear out the clutter. That's this person's healing. Clear out the emotional clutter, I feel here with Frog Spirit. Clear out the emotional clutter. Know that you'll be absolutely fine on land, earth energy, and in the water, emotional energy. Okay, viewer, I hope that that's helped get some clarity around this challenges or resistance or some tension that's in an important relationship right now, and giving you some guidance forward. Thank you for watching the reading with me today, as always, and I'll see you next time. Take care.